Yes, my people, how are we doing this afternoon? And that coming to you live on this channel today. We're going to be doing a live watch along to one of the most crucial and toughest games in this World Cup group stage, and that Ghana versus Uruguay. Yeah, listen. Now, obviously, this is Group H. Portugal, Ghana, South Korea and Uruguay. Portugal have already qualified. They currently sit on 6 points. Now, Portugal, of course, are facing South Korea in that today. I'm going to be reacting to that at the same time as I am with the Ghana and Uruguay game. Kind of my sort of similar watch along to what I did with Poland, Argentina, and Saudi Arabia, Mexico. But I was mainly focusing on Poland and Argentina. For this game, I'm focusing on this really tense rivalry between Ghana and Uruguay. Now, obviously, for those who don't remember the 2010 World Cup, Ghana um, was so close to being the first ever African side in World Cup history. This was in South Africa. They could have potentially got into the semi-final, and they were due to score, or they were about to score a goal, I should say. And Luis Suarez sticks his hand up, prevented them from scoring. He gets sent off. He got a straight red in that, and yeah, the Ghanaian attacker who stepped up to take the penalty missed, and then Ghana ended up losing on penalties, and Uruguay went through. And Luis Suarez was celebrating like he won the flipping World Cup, even though Uruguay did it that year. It was Spain that won it that year, and that in 2010 in South Africa. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the teams right here. We're going to start off with the Senegal. So I was going to start off with the Ghanaian lineup. My bad. Yeah. So Ghana have gone with a 4-2-3-1 formation, and that so. They've gone with Anti Siggy, their number one goalkeeper. He started for them in that for Ghana. Baba at left back, Salisu and Amati, the two centre backs, Salisu at Southampton and Amati from Leicester, who's had a decent season in that. Um, Seidu is at number 26, he's the right back. Abdul in the midfield for them. Thomas Partey alongside in that. They're the two central defensive mids. Jordan Ayew and Andre Ayew. We've got Jordan Ayew on the left and Andre Ayew playing in Canada alongside each other. Jordan Ayew was brilliant against South Korea in that, so I could see why he started two brilliant balls in, and he got one of them was an assist in that as well. He really shined in that. He could potentially have a good World Cup if Ghana were to get out of this group into the knockout stages of this World Cup. Kudias of Ajax, so Kudas from Ajax, he is the right winger, number 20, and Williams is up front for Ghana and that today. They've got Lamptey on the bench and that as well. Players a bit of quality that come on and experience and that. So yeah, it's a good team. It's a good start. Good starting 11, I should say, from Ghana. A very strong one as well. I think they're going to beat Uruguay today by 2 goals to 1. I think they're going to come on top. They're due a win against Uruguay after the last time these two played each other in a World Cup and that. And yeah, they're really going to be up for this. They're firing as well after beating South Korea by 3 goals to 2. They were 2-0 up, then a 2 goal lead slip. South Korea making it 2-2 in their last game. And then Ghana got a winner straight after that instantly. South Korea all over Ghana. Ghana had to defend deep. They kept it tight. They got the win over the line and that as well. So looking at Uruguay, they're going with a 4-4-2 formation. Rocha in goal. Number 13 at right back. Valiera, I think that's how you say his name. Gimenez, the number 2. Cotas, the number 19, and the two centre backs. Oliveira, number 16, is the left back. Number 10, there Akrasi, Bentancur in the midfield, Valverde for Real Madrid, Pelisti, that's the number 8, he's playing it right. And up front, Darwin Nunez and Luis Suarez. On the bench, I'm looking at it, they've got Godin, experienced players such as Godin, Cavani, who could come on and that if they need the help. Lucas Torreira, the former Arsenal man, and that. I don't know if he's still at Arsenal, I'm not really sure, but yeah, I know he was loaned a few years ago. Whether he's still there or not, I'm not sure. But this is going to be an emotional game between these two sides, especially for Luis Suarez as well, after he sort of, basically costed Ghana from winning that game in a World Cup in 2010 in that quarterfinal. Ghana would have gone through to the semi-final. Who knows what would have happened? It's a World Cup afterward. Like I keep saying, anything could happen. So yeah, he refused to apologise for the handball. I think a lot of Ghanaians will never forgive him. It's going to be a crazy game. I cannot wait. Don't forget, there's Portugal against South Korea. Now, if we look at the group right now, in Group H, containing obviously Portugal, Ghana, South Korea, and Uruguay. Portugal already through. Um, they're most likely going to top the group. However, if Portugal lost and Ghana won today by 3 goals to 0, and that Ghana could potentially go top of the group if they did. No, actually 4-0. If they won it 4-0, they'll go above Uruguay. So they'll go above Portugal in their group and that. And Portugal have finished second, but Portugal have qualified because they won their first 2 games against Uruguay and their first game against Ghana as well, which I did a live watch along, which seemed to do really well in that. Now, Ghana got a win. Ghana have to win. A draw for Ghana will be good. If Portugal beat South Korea and Ghana and Uruguay drew, yeah, Ghana would go through. Uruguay have to win. They're rock bottom of their group. Goal difference of -2 on a single point. South Korea a third. Goal difference of -1 on a single point. South Korea got to beat Portugal. I think they could potentially cause Portugal some problems. Portugal know they're through to the round of 16 into the knockout stages of this World Cup and that. So they sort of got kind of nothing to play for apart from making sure they sort of top the group. But I mean, they're still going through no matter what. They've already qualified after all. Ghana have to make sure they don't lose. A draw and a win would send them through. Uruguay just got to win. Uruguay are really going to give it a go. They've got some real top players: Darwin, Nunez, and Luis Suarez, Benton Kerr in that as well. So yeah, and I'm not forgetting Valverde in midfield. These players can cause trouble and really show their magic on their day. Who knows? Suarez might get a double over Ghana today. You never know. It's going to be tight. I think Ghana are going to come on top. They're firing, their confidence, their cock a hoop after their win against South Korea. So yeah, I can't see nothing but a Ghana win. Ghana know they can't afford to screw this up. Uruguay know they must win, but Ghana know they can't afford Uruguay. They can't let Uruguay to beat them, I should say. We're gonna have a look at some comments and questions in that as well. So here we go. Last night was mad. I saw that between Costa Rica and Germany going out, and Spain just about getting through in Japan, topping the group, beating Spain. What a surprise! Did the ball go out though? That's a big question. Did that ball go out? In my opinion, I think it just about stayed in. But the problem is VAR didn't show an actual picture of, it's like straight down the line and that. They didn't show a proper decent picture of it going out. They didn't show the right sort of accurate angle. So a bit of a debatable sort of scenery there, with that goal at first getting ruled out. Then I don't know, VAR told the referee they didn't sort of see anything wrong with it, or they didn't have a decent angle, so the ref just gave the goal. Bit weird. I'm not sure what really happened there. Come on, Jordan. Yes, come on, Jordan. He's starting as well. Hopefully he doesn't get injured because he's actually had a decent World Cup. Yeah, Spain nearly went out. I was looking at it yesterday and that as well. And if my memory is correct, if Spain lost anyway, but Costa Rica, if they would have beaten Germany, Costa Rica would have ended up going second and they would have gone through with Japan, they would have topped the group. Spain would have finished thirds and gone out, and Germany finished rock bottom. And obviously, they were still going out. Germany would have had to win that game like 8 or 9 or 9-2 against Costa Rica if they wanted a decent chance of trying to get out of that group. But it was completely done, and they've only got themselves to blame for drawing against Spain and losing that first opening game disaster, really badly to Japan, and that it wasn't a good performance. And Germany need a massive rebuild. I think they'll sack the manager. I think there's been players such as Sane and Gnabry been a massive letdown, but they've only got themselves to blame in that. So yeah, we'll have to see what more of this World Cup is going to bring to us in that, because we've already had Belgium going out, Germany going out, the other teams such as obviously Iran, Wales, Saudi Arabia, Mexico going out. That did surprise me sort of. I thought Poland may have potentially, they just about survived by the skin of their teeth. I'll say that. Mexico ran lucky. I mean, Saudi Arabia are terrible, but yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think who else went out this World Cup and that as well. Ecuador, obviously, Qatar are out. I mean, ages ago. I mean, they were rubbish. I don't know how a country and a team of that caliber and quality hosted the World Cup. It was an embarrassment to, world football, to be fair. I'll say that. I'm trying to think of any other teams. Obviously, yeah, Belgium and Canada as well. Don't forget. Like I said, Germany and Costa Rica went out. I mean, Germany are in big trouble in that as well. Yeah, so I'm going to be keeping an eye out for Jordan Ayew, Andre Ayew, Salisu as well, and Marty. I mean, that's a strong defense partnership at the back there in that as well. Kudos, what's it? They're number 20 for Ghana. Yeah, he had a brilliant season for Ajax. Like, I remember he was the one who scored at Anfield. He scored a brilliant goal there, so he's not doing that bad. Andre Ayew, then number 10, he's the captain as well. I think they'll be keeping him on the pitch after what happened with the first game where they took him off and they fell apart. Ended up going 3-1 down to Portugal, despite getting a goal in that game later on. It was a consolation. Portugal just about won it. For those who haven't seen that game, I think you'll know how lucky they were, if anything, to be walking away with 3 points. But Portugal, like I said, they're playing South Korea. They know they just gotta keep their composure and not risk any players getting injured, to be honest, in that as well. Do you know what I mean? But South Korea got to win, Uruguay got to win, Ghana got to make sure they don't lose today. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. But I'll keep you updated with the goal difference in that as well. I'm going to be watching the Portugal game at the same time, so I cannot wait. Listen, it's going to be a mad one. Hopefully, I think this game's going to be one of the best games potentially in this World Cup. You never know. It's the World Cup. Anything can happen. I mean, look what happened yesterday. I mean, there was nearly a big upset with Spain going out, Germany going out, and that as well. Costa Rica nearly beating Germany despite losing 4-2. Japan beating Spain, like I said, and that. So yeah, I mean, they're not playing about. some of these teams, they are not playing about in that, you know. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I mean, gonna keep you up to date as always, you know. We're going to be watching the Portugal game. Got it on here and that as well. But our main focus today is Ghana, Uruguay. Old rivalry rising up again in that. So this is going to be a really interesting one in that today as well. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait. It's going to be a good one. I think Suarez and Darwin Nunez are really going to step up their game. But I think Ghana's defense will just be quite solid today. But we'll have to wait and see. Anything could happen. I said Ghana would win 2-1. But you never know. If Uruguay really turn it on, who knows how many goals they could potentially get today? You know what I mean? Bizarre tattoo for Luis Suarez there as well. Was that a new one on his neck? Flipping on, I didn't even know he had one till now. Can't wait. Listen, people, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on all my socials, link in the description down below. If you've got any questions, any comments, the live chat is there. Feel free to put them down and I will answer all of them and as many as I can, of course. Going to be keeping an eye out for some top players going forward for the likes of Uruguay and Ghana today. I cannot wait. Ghana have really done well. They're unlucky to lose to Portugal as well. They should have gotten a point at least. You know, they nearly got a point towards the end of that game in the first match of this group stage. And then Uruguay, I can remember they played Portugal. They were shocking. They were poor. They were slow. Suarez looked overweight. Didn't look fully fit. Darwin Nunez was playing out of position. It's good to see Darwin Nunez playing up front alongside an experienced striker, Luis Suarez. Hopefully, he steps up the tempo today for Uruguay. You know, but I do think Ghana will win. Because I think this will be Suarez's last World Cup, and the likes of Edison Cavani and that as well. They've still got some. They got two brilliant midfielders, Valverde and Bentancur, so you've got to bear that in mind. But Ghana have got quality all around. Kudas, Ayew, Jordan Ayew, sorry, Andre Ayew, Jordan Ayew, the Ayew brothers. It's what I like to call them. And that it's 0-0 in both games, obviously in the first, 30 seconds and that. So be very interesting to see how this overall game will go down. The Portugal game kicked off about 5 seconds late for some weird reason, maybe because of delays to kick off or whatever, but it's literally just started now. Oh, we already got a Uruguayan player that's gone down like he's been shot. I mean, I don't know what he's doing. Is he got cramp? Is he getting up? He's sort of rolling around like a clown. Ooh, it's a number 2. Clumsy foul by Kudos there on the Uruguayan number 2. I've had a look at a few of these comments and that as well. Flipping, I could barely get my words out there. Literally like a couple minutes in and that for both games. We'll have to wait and see. I think one game kicked off a little bit later by a few seconds. That was the Korea Portugal game, but it's both 0-0. Have you seen the Palace lineups? So I haven't seen the Palace lineups. I'll say this year about the game tomorrow for those who are watching. I'm gonna be there, but I'm not vlogging. I'm gonna take a bit of a break from vlogging. That's what I'm gonna say about it, So I'm not gonna tell no one where I'm at. I just want to watch the game in peace. Listen, if I do get people coming up to me, then I will say, "Hi, if you want a photo, feel free to get a photo tomorrow." But I'm not vlogging. I just need a break from it. I think there's a game on tomorrow as well. I may stream. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. I can't really recall what knockout games on tomorrow. I know the England game Sunday. That's going to be a massive one, obviously, and a lot of eyes will be on that. It gets Senegal, England, and Senegal, and that in the round of 16. But a goal kick awarded to Ghana. Uruguay claim in the corner, but Salah says otherwise, and the linesman agrees with him. I think South Korea starting off brightly against Portugal. Nothing's happened there. Still goalless, as is Ghana, Uruguay, as you can see. So must win for Uruguay. They can't afford to draw. They can't afford to lose. They've got to win. Simple. They're going to give it their all. But Ghana know they can't lose. They'll have that in their minds. So this is why I think it's going to be a real close game. I'll be disappointed if it's a 0-0 letdown like the Croatia-Belgium game the other night. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, actually, it was in the afternoon yesterday. I thought it was the day before, actually, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, Lukaku, rest in peace to him, rest in peace on his soul, because yeah, there's no coming back from a performance like that. And as you saw what he did, Lukaku in that game yesterday, punching the dugout, the plastic screen and that, then yeah, I mean, I don't think he's ever going to be the same player again. His career is pretty much over, in my opinion. Chelsea, get your money back. He's still a Chelsea player technically as well. Anyway, Ghana, Andre Ayew getting through. Kudas. Mohamed Kudas is Thomas Partey. Oh, it's a foul, referee. Nope's going to play on that. Looked like a foul there. Partey's just getting on with it. Maybe it wasn't. Here we go. Darwin, who's this? Darwin Nunez. Darwin Nunez. Oh. Ref says to get up. He's claiming a free kick. I don't know. He might have a case. He might have a case there, you know. Let me have a look at this. It was Salisu who fouled Darwin Nunez in that. These two have played up against each other before, you know, when Southampton played Liverpool. Let me see this here. Tugging his shirt a bit. Nah, nothing in that. It was a Martin that fouled him, actually stuck his arm out. Well, looked like he fouled him, but he didn't. He sort of went down a bit too easily and quickly there, Darwin Nunez. He was looking for it, hence why the referee told him to get off his arse and get on with the game. Ayew there, the right back to Paul block the pitch. Ghana need a point, and that should be enough for them to qualify. They've only got 3 points. It depends though, because if South Korea were to beat Portugal, that make things very interesting. That would make things very interesting. But we'll have to wait and see. But I think Ghana's best hopes, yeah, if they drew today and Portugal were to beat South Korea. Simple. That would send them through. Uruguay have started off the better team. Ghana lacking a little bit of quality in the final third, but it's still early doors. I forgot, by the way, we'll go back to the South Korea Portugal game. South Korea's manager is suspended. He's given a touchline ban for the last game, well, for potentially the last game of their World Cup. This is due to the fact that he had a right go in the referee's face due to a late decision. I didn't go their way against Ghana. Basically, what happened when Ghana and Korea clashed in the last match and that. Yeah, Korea should have. Well, they had a. Well, oh, hold on. It's a chance for Portugal. It's a goal for Portugal. Portugal have just scored. Wow. I'm not sure who scored. I'm not sure who that is who scored for them. Number 21. It's a brilliant goal. Brilliant goal on the counter. South Korea ahead and out. Ghana just need a point, but they need to make sure Uruguay don't beat them. Ghana just need to make sure they don't lose. A win or a draw for Ghana currently would be brilliant. South Korea are going out. Portugal are celebrating. They're already through, but they're definitely going to be topping the group now. A bad start there. An awful start for South Korea in that. Portugal lead by a goal to nil. Feel free to put some comments, questions in the live chat, my people, and that for those who have just tuned in. Like, share, subscribe. Socials, link in the description down below and that as well. I will vlog when the Premier League starts. Yeah, of course I will. Of course I will. Of course I'm going to vlog. Yeah, the Fulham game coming up on Boxing Day. I'll be there. I'll be vlogging. It'll be good to be back. It's just the fact that the game I'm going to tomorrow for Palace, it's a friendly. I'm just not. It's like, I can't really get into it. I'm just going to it because I haven't really seen football in a while. You know what I mean? Like in an actual stadium. I just thought, why not just warm myself up a bit? Jordan Ayew gone up for a throw and came up to Uruguay and fullback there. So it's Portugal who are beating South Korea by a goal to nil. Yeah. Arata for Portugal, their number 21. That name rings a bell. I think he scored in the World Cup before in the last one. I'm not sure. It might be a different player, but the number 21, Arata, scored the goal for Portugal in 5 minutes. So they need to get South Korea. South Korea need a goal. South Korea got a win, basically. Ghana just need to hold on as it stands and they'll go through. But Uruguay got a win. And this is where things are going to get really interesting. These last group games over the last few days have been intense and they've really just made the World Cup really spectacular. That's what I love about it. You know what I mean? Our one was a walk in the park against a crappy Welsh side. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't really like as stressful as I thought. It's a free kick going to be taken from Jordan Ayew in Uruguay. So I was quite far out. I think he's going to lob it into the box. Maybe Salisu could flick it across. It's going to be played quickly. Cleared away from the Uruguayan defense. There's a free kick in there anyway. South Korea trying to get that goal. It's still 1-0 Portugal. 0-0 here between Ghana and Portugal. Sorry, Ghana and Uruguay. My bad. Flipping on. I'm getting the games confused there. It's 0-0 between Ghana and Uruguay. Yeah. Ghana know as well. I think Ghana just found out that Portugal scored, so they know currently that they're going through. I'd love to see Ghana go through. I don't really want Uruguay to go through. But it'll be interesting to see the way Suarez and Darwin Nunez pick their game up because they know that Uruguay got to win. They can't afford to draw or lose. It's a must win for Uruguay, like I said. Nothing's really going on in this game between Ghana and Uruguay. It's been a bit flat, but I think as the game gets on, it will develop and get better. Portugal and Korea looking very lively. I'll say that. I mean, South Korea haven't been good enough. Portugal have been the better team, and they're showing it. They're showing why they could potentially try and push the likes of Brazil, maybe even France and us lot England to challenge for the World Cup. You know, you never know. It's Ronaldo's last World Cup, plus Argentina as well. Chance for Uruguay now. No one there. No one there. Partey's got the ball here. Got Williams up front. Andre Ayew. Oh, it's giving away. No, it's not. It's not. It's going to get real lively midway through these this first half in this match between Ghana and Uruguay, still 0-0. Yeah. South Korea, that had nothing up in there. Still 1-0 to Portugal against South Korea. So South Korea are going out. Just to say, I won't be doing any watch-alongs later for the Cameroon-Brazil game in Serbia, Switzerland. Brazil are basically through. Oh, no, it's a foul to Ghana. Yeah. Foul there, I think. Fouling the Ghanaian midfielders there. Yeah, it's a free kick. He sort of looked like he was going to play on. Uruguay would have had the ball on the counter there. Suarez, I think, running with it. But he gave a foul to Ghana. Lucky there was a foul, actually, anyways. Looking at the South Korea game, Korea have got 61% possession and Portugal have only got 36. I surprised with that. I mean, credit to South Korea possession-wise, but at least haven't got the quality compared to Portugal going forward in that. Andre Ayew, he's got to keep pushing. He's going out to play. Nunez can't get to that. He knows it, and it's a Ghana throwing in that. See, João Mario's playing for Portugal. Is Ronaldo playing? No, I didn't even check if Ronaldo's playing for Portugal. I don't know if they're resting him for the knockout games today. I know France rested Mbappe, for example. Another question here and that. Did you think the ball went out in the Japan? I didn't think it went out. I think it just about stayed in. I didn't think the whole of the ball went over the line, so it went out of the pitch, if anything. I think just a bit of it just stayed on top of the white line, and yeah, it was a goal. But it technically was a goal, but the communication between the referee and the VAR officials is a bit dodgy. You can't really blame the ref; he's on the pitch. The VAR officials, something went up in there. We still don't know what it is overall. Yeah, I think the ball just technically just about stayed in. The whole of the ball didn't go out the pitch. So, I mean, yeah, it definitely was a goal to Japan, if anything. A lot of people are saying it's going out. It's a real 50-50 debate, if anything. Maybe Ghana give it away. It's a throw into Uruguay. A bit too much football. Need to be a bit more simple, more direct in their play, in my opinion. Uruguay, listen, I think Uruguay are going to score. The question is, they've got to win. Is it going to be enough? Ghana, they've had some slow starts in some of the games and really picked it up mainly in the second half and that, or late on in the first half, like they did against South Korea. So we'll have to wait and see what they're about. I think they've got some real talented players on their bench and currently on the pitch, such as Kudus, Jordan Ayew and Andre Ayew, and Thomas Partey and that. Good defenders such as Marty and Salisu with their experience in the Prem. Uruguay got the ball here. One of there. Good pass with Valverde there. Valverde's had a decent season at Madrid. Oh, something's happening here. No, it's going to be a foul, I think, to Uruguay. Ghana know they can't afford to lose this. Ghana know that draw or win will be vital in them going through with Portugal as it stands right now. Still 1-0 to Portugal against South Korea. 0-0 in this one between Ghana and Portugal. What cross that out keeper's got there. And Ziggy there catching it comfortably. And Ziggy's had a decent tournament. He's made some good saves and he's kept Ghana in it a lot, especially in that crucial win against South Korea in their last match. That could be the difference between South Korea going out and Ghana going through. As it stands, Ghana are going through, Korea are going out. See, he's in Darwin Nunez. Oh, good defending there. Who was that? Was that like a Marty or Salisu clearing it away? Top defending. He was through there, Nunez. Brilliant defending from Ghana, but Uruguay are hitting Ghana on the back foot, Ghana can't cope with their pressure. They're giving the ball away again. It's all Uruguay right now. I'll say that. I mean, they did switch off indeed, didn't they? They did switch off. Poor defending at first, but then they redeemed themselves with the clearance. Who was that? It was Salisu. Was that Salisu? I don't think it. I'm not sure. Was that Salisu clearing the ball away there? I'm not sure. Still 1-0 Portugal. No, it's a number 26, Sedu, the right back. Good defending, flipping out. Unbelievable. Crazy. So 14 minutes gone, still 0-0. 15 minutes nearly. No, 14 minutes as well in the Korea Portugal game. Portugal still leads. Have a look at the Portugal lineup. Yeah, he's starting Ronaldo up front for them. Fair enough. Neves is playing for them. They've got Nunez, Cancelo, Pepe, Antonio Silva, no Ruben Diaz. They've got Dalot playing and John Mario up front with Ronaldo and that as well. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's a strong attack for Portugal. And they could afford to rest top defenders like Diaz. I presume he's being rested. I don't think he's injured for Portugal because they should be beating teams like South Korea. South Korea have been poor. It's all Portugal right now. So it's an offside anyway in that game. Nothing's happening between Uruguay and Ghana here. I mean, 15 minutes gone. It's been quite steady. Uruguay, I know they got a win though. They got to up their game a bit. They want to try and push a win at Baba with the throw. Like a foul throw there from Baba. Here we go. It's a run here. It's unbelievable. Here we go. Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew. What a save. Oh, it's a penalty. Penalty. Offside, offside, offside. Offside, I think. Uruguayan keeper. Oh, Miss Kudas. He went down there for Ghana, but it was an offside anyway. It's a good shot from Ayew. Could have been it with a bit more power. Keeper sort of spilt it. Yeah, Jordan Ayew nearly scored for Ghana. Andre Ayew, yeah, touched the ball or interfering with play, so it was an offside. It was a pen actually, but the flag sort of went up before then anyway. Yeah, it did come off his brother Andre Ayew. Whilst Ayew had that shot, would it have been maybe Andre Ayew's goal? I think maybe. Who knows? It would have been a penalty anyway, but the flag went up, so Uruguay are lucky. If Ghana score, it's going to be more difficult for Uruguay to try and get out of this group into the knockout stages, and of course to win this game and that as well. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Checking sign, checking for a penalty, but I thought he gave an offside. The ref. If you're watching the Ghana Uruguay game, it looked like he gave an offside. The fact they're checking a penalty, we're looking at a possible penalty for Ghana. Oh, unless Andre Ayew never touched the ball. The ball's in the back of the net for Korea, but it's offside anyway in that one. And there's a penalty being checked here for Ghana. I don't think they're going to give it. They're still checking it. I don't know. It's 50-50. While they're checking it, ball's in the back of the net for Korea. Interesting. I don't know what's happening there. Oh, we're gonna. He's checking it. He's checking it. We've got the referee. He's gonna be checking the monitor for a penalty to Ghana. If there's no offside or whatever involved, then it's a definite pen, surely, because the keeper absolutely came right in on Kudas there. Let me have a look at this. So there was no offside. There's no offside. Don't know what they're on about there, the commentators, or from what I heard. Or I don't know what the ref was talking. Yeah, it's a penalty, clearly then. He doesn't get the ball. It's a clear penalty then. It's got to be a pen. I don't know. I mean, yeah, there's no offside, but it's a clear penalty because the keeper didn't get the ball. He got the man. It's a bit of contact. Yeah, it's a clear penalty to Ghana. Are they going to give it though? I don't know what these officials are gonna think of this. No goal for Korea, by the way. Still 1-0 Portugal. Here we go. Are we gonna see a repeat of history? Are we gonna see a repeat of history? It is gonna be a penalty to Ghana. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This afternoon just gets crazier and crazier, don't it? Ghana have a penalty, and rightly so. There was no offside at all. Clearly not. Andre Ayew clearly didn't touch the ball there, or else the ref wouldn't have gone over to give a penalty because before the goalkeeper committed a foul, the referee indicated an offside. Then the penalty incident happened, and I was like, penalty. And then the flag went up. The referee was indicating an offside. He's given a pen to Ghana. He's given a pen. He got the Ghanaian players protected the penalty spot, so none of the Uruguayan players start kicking the spot. The Uruguayan keeper's claiming he's innocent. You didn't get the ball. You just about got the man. So it's a penalty to Ghana. Kulas fouled. Here we go. Are Ghana finally going to score a penalty against Uruguay in a World Cup? Because we all remember what happened last time when they had that chance to go through to the semis from a penalty and they missed it. Here we go. Darwin Nunez is going to get himself in big trouble here, you know. He's lucky tried to kick the spot or something. I don't know what happened. Yellow card for Darwin Nunez. If he keeps on doing it, he's going to be off the pitch. He's going to be off Nunez if he's not careful. Yeah, that's right, Jordan. You tell the guy, you tell him to shut up, the little mug. Darwin Nunez always running his mouth and trying to act hard. Last time he acted hard against a Palace man, he ended up getting sent off. You know what I mean? Penalty to Ghana. Oh boy, Andre Ayew's taking it, not Jordan. The captain's going to try and get his first goal of this tournament. All right. I mean, Ghana have already got 5 goals this tournament. They can score goals from open play. Are they going to score a penalty? If Ghana score, Uruguay are looking like they're going to be going out because Uruguay got to win. Ghana got to make sure they don't lose, you know. Andre Ayew. Well, there's going to be about 5 minutes plus added on at the end of this first half. Andre Ayew. If he misses this, it's going to be a big... Oh, here we go. Come on. Andre Ayew here for Ghana to put them 1-0 up against Uruguay, giving them hope. Andre Ayew will already had a few penalties saved in this World Cup. Andre Ayew, is he going to take it? The run-up's got to be good and clean. Bit of a slow run-up. Saved. It's saved. That is one of the worst penalties that you're ever going to see in a World Cup. That is going to be one of the worst penalties you're ever going to see in a World Cup. The run-up was slow. It was terrible. Andre Ayew. Should Jordan have taken it? Probably so, because that was a terrible run-up. And that they're not going to get a chance as easy as that to score. It is missed. It remains 0-0. Portugal is still beating South Korea by a 1-0. Unbelievable. That was an awful penalty. If Ghana go out, they're going to have Andre Ayew to blame. That was awful. I don't think it's a retake. The keeper, yeah, he had his right foot, sorry, his left foot from camera angle. I think he did, yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't think there's no retake. No, it's a good save and a poor penalty. Still 0-0. That's going to really just get Uruguay up to scraps with this game. Ghana was still in it. Ghana was still going through on 4 points because they need to make sure they don't lose. If Ghana lose and Uruguay, obviously if Ghana lose, they're going out because Uruguay are gonna end up on about 4 points potentially. It depends on the goal difference and the other game between Korea and Portugal. If Korea were to step up their game and get maybe a goal or two, depending on what happens. We've seen them during their last match against Ghana when things aren't going well for Korea. Another penalty miss for Ghana against Uruguay in the World Cup. Just can't seem to score penalties, can they? I believe that's like I think that's like the 5th penalty saved in this World Cup. Lewandowski missing one, Saudi Arabia missing one, Messi missing one, David's missing one, and that. Yeah. I think so. I'm not sure it's a chance for Uruguay. Luis Suarez has scored. He hasn't scored. That was one of the best. No, it wasn't. It was Nunez. Salisu saving Ghana there. In a matter of minutes of them missing the pen, they should have been 1-0 down. Brilliant pass here. Not even a brilliant pass, it was gifted. Nunez tripping the keeper. So unlucky. It was top defender from Salisu. This game has got madness written all over it right now. Siggy was beaten. He had to score, but Salisu made sure he didn't. Big win there for Salisu. Good defending, keeping Ghana in it. Ghana got to make sure they don't lose. Simple. They're going to be fighting. Oh, cleared away there. Portugal the ball in, but top defender from South Korea there as well. Here we go. Set piece for Uruguay. It's cleared. What a game we've got on our hands. It's been very even, you know. I'm not going to lie to you. Crazy start in the first, 24 minutes of this match. Unbelievable. Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, that was it was a really bad penalty. Shocking. You got to hit it with power. The run up was poor. The nerves got to Andre Ayew. Should Jordan have taken it? Definitely. After watching that. Thrown to Uruguay here. Crazy game of football we got on our hands this afternoon for both games potentially. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, what's happened there? Like a throw into I think Ghana. Yeah, got Andre Ayew. He better get a goal for Ghana from open play because if Ghana go out, they're going to be ruining that miss, and he's not going to be a fan's favourite. And by the way, when the ref gave an offside before the penalty was taken in a build-up, Andre Ayew was being played on from a Uruguayan defender after sticking his leg out a little bit behind in that. So yeah, the build-up was onside and it was a penalty. I will say the refereeing and the officiating overall in this tournament over the amount of games we played has been pretty fair and consistent. It's been some of the best officiating I've seen. But look how much it means that penalty save to the Uruguayans. But they got to win though. They got to win. If they draw, they'll be on 2 points and they'll be going out. And Ghana will be going through on 4 points. Portugal still beating South Korea. They'll be going through on 9 points, winning all their games. They're pretty solid, Portugal. Here you go. Uruguay on the ball. Oh, missed by two. Is Luis Suarez? Is this his moment? It's a goal for Uruguay. Uruguay have scored. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my words. Oh my word. It's a goal for Uruguay. Here we go. Uruguay have to win. As it stands, Ghana are going out. They're going to rue that penalty miss big time. I don't think there was an offside in the build up. I don't think there's an offside in the build up there at all. Bit of a glitch there with nothing. I don't know what happened there at all. Yeah, so Uruguay are winning 1-0 now. Wow. I mean, Salisu, I think it was a Marte in the box. Both missed it. Luis Suarez had the shot. It's a good save from Ziggy in goal for Ghana. And the rebound was put in. Let me see if there's an offside, though. Not when Suarez was on. No, he was on. It's a header as well. It's poor keeper from Ziggy. Should have done better. Really poor. Yeah, weak keeping there. Wasn't the best. Ghana, no Europe. Yeah, and there's no offside. It's a goal to Uruguay. As it stands, they're going through with Portugal and Ghana are heading out. Unless Ghana could get a goal, they'll be drawing and they'll be going through. And Uruguay will be heading out. But it's 1-0 to Uruguay. They've got the advantage now. South Korea just scored against Portugal. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Things are going to get interesting. Uruguay have scored. South Korea scored. Uruguay are in again. Acheta with the goal for Uruguay. There's no penalty there. Luis Suarez, good defending there from, what's it, Amate, I think. Making a block. South Korea, it's 1-1. Portugal, I don't know what they were doing defensively. Acheta's looking pretty live there for Uruguay. Yeah, so Carrera level with Portugal, coming straight from a set piece. There's no foul, there's no offside. No, he was onside, I think. Yeah. Yeah, good goal. What does that mean, though? That's going to make things really interesting for Uruguay and Ghana because Uruguay will be on 4 points. Ghana would only be on 3 as it stands, and South Korea would be on 4 as well. So, what an afternoon of action we're going to have, you know. Kim Wire scored for South Korea 27 minutes gone. So, that lead for Portugal only lasted probably around 25 minutes. I was trying to. For those watching the Portugal game, they're showing the Uruguayan goal a bit too late there. Oh, he's got it. The keeper got it. There was a cross. Keeper just about got there. It could have easily gone for his fingers. Right, Group H. Portugal are going to top the group with 7 points. Uruguay are going to go second with 4 points with -1 goal difference. Ghana third on 3 points, -1 goal difference. -1 goal difference for South Korea at bottom of their group. Drawing level with Portugal, they're on 2 points. So, yes, so Portugal and Uruguay are going to be the top 2 teams going through. Ghana are going to finish third and are going out with South Korea. We're going to currently, right now, as it stands, finish rock bottom. South Korea got to win. If they win, they will be on 4 points. That will make things really, really interesting. Yeah. I think Uruguay got to try and score a few more goals. Ghana looking shaky and open at the back. South Korea, though, they've got to win that game against Portugal. But Portugal, are they going to allow South Korea to win? Probably not. But I told you that the South Korea-Portugal game would be close. South Korea know they've got to win. Portugal already through. Kind of nothing to play for. They don't have anything to play for, if anything, in that, you know. By the way, I ain't trying to annoy anyone or anything, but for those people telling me I'm behind or whatever, if I'm a minute behind, just like, don't spoil it in the chat. Oh, Portugal are in and they're going to make it 2-1. Oh, he's missed it, Ronaldo. Oh, my word. Ronaldo was through, the South Korean keeper making an absolute gem of a save. It bounced past him. I thought it was bouncing into the net, but he saved it and it's gone out for a corner. No, he was offside anyway. If anything, Ronaldo is miles offside. So nothing's happened there. Still 1-1. That was offside in the build-up. But as he given the corner, I don't know if the flag has even gone up. Still 1-0 to Uruguay against Ghana. Yeah, Ghana are in trouble. They look shaky at the back and they're a bit all over the place. I feel bad as well. I hope Jordan Ayew saves Ghana because he's the man with the quality. He showed his quality against South Korea last time. South Korea on top here though. I think the flag went up there for that Ronaldo offside. He was miles offside where they had that chance. I don't know if you've seen it, but I mean he's got to be scoring. It was a good save on the South Korean keeper, but he was miles offside. I think the flag did eventually go up in that match as well. One afternoon we're having it, you know. Neck and neck matches at the same time. No match fixing. Here we go. Uruguay looking lively, you know. Suarez, Acheta, 2-0. What a finish. 2-0 to Uruguay. 2-0 to Uruguay. That goal had no VAR needed. That is a brilliant finish from their number 10. Wow. Ghana are heading out. That is bad. That ain't good for Ghana. Uruguay stepping up the play in the last group game. They've been poor all tournament, but of course they're going to step up against Ghana. Ghana are going to be ruining that penalty miss big time now. They're heading out. Uruguay are going through. However, if South Korea were to come behind to beat Portugal or to lead against Portugal, that makes things interesting. Jordan Ayew knows there's nothing wrong with that goal. He looked onside, no handball. It's a brilliant finish from Acheta, I think that's his name, the number 10. What Suarez has been playing some brilliant football. Poor keeping gone straight through him. Acheta with a goal there. That is what a first time hit that is. It's gone straight through the keeper. He should be saving that. The keeper's gone right through him. Wow. Yeah, Uruguay look like they're going through now. Definitely. Ghana heading the opposite way and heading on the plane home tonight. Yeah, Kim. I think he scored again. I'm not sure. I believe. Oh, here we go. No, nothing's happened. I think he scored against Ghana in the last match as well for Korea. Terrible defending. I think that's the end for Ghana as well. Because when you miss a penalty, that's just going to really like wake up the other team, the opposition being Uruguay. And Uruguay have just taken their chances with the quality they have and made it 2-0. Number 10. Cheta, yeah, 2 goals in 2 games, both coming today. Someone's gone down for Uruguay. Comes down to goal difference, actually. I just realised South Korea and Uruguay win. The goal difference will have the final say, really, in that as well. What a game we got here, you know. What a game we got here between Ghana and Uruguay. Ghana, this game looks dead and buried. Ghana going to try and push, though, if anything. Suarez has got 2 assists, you know. He's on fire for Uruguay. It's looking like the Suarez of old, you know, if anything. The Suarez we all love and know, if anything, you know what I mean? Yeah, Bentancur is injured for Uruguay. That's bad news for Tottenham, you know. He's been one of their best players, Bentancur. Yeah, Bentancur's coming off. Bentancur is coming off for Zeno. That's bad, you know. Like a bad injury. I don't know what happened there. It's a big blow. He's been brilliant, Bentancur, in that midfield. He's been solid and compact. Gone, I know that's it. Uruguay just got to sit back, park the bus, and hold on to a comfortable 2-0 lead. Good save there from the South Korean keeper in the Portugal match in that as well. It's still 1-1, keeping career in it. It's Dalot with the shot. It's a Portugal corner. I think it's Dalot with the shot there. Oh, God. What David having. Unbelievable. So it's 2-0 to Uruguay. Korea doing well against Portugal. That Korea game between Portugal is very even. I'll say that, you know, it is really even between South Korea and Portugal. So that anything could happen. It wouldn't really surprise me if either side, if Portugal got a goal and led, or if South Korea got a goal and led, judging by the way that game's going. But this match between Ghana and Uruguay, it's all Uruguay. Ghana haven't got a clue. They missed the penalty. Then in a matter of minutes, Uruguay going to make it 2-0. I mean, yeah, that's what happens when you don't pick up your opposition players and that, and you switch off. Clumsy mistakes, poor goalkeeping for both goals for Uruguay, and poor defending as well. Very open at the back there, Ghana. It'll be, I think, the most interesting thing, which may likely happen, judging by the way the game is going, if South Korea were to score. They got the ball here in Portugal's half, a cross whipped in. Yeah, Diogo Costa there for Portugal. They keep it catching it. Portugal trying to hit Korea on the break. The free kick to Portugal in South Korea's half, I think. Yeah, and no, in their own half. Sorry, and a yellow card's been shown as well to one of the South Korean players. I can't really recall which one. The number 18. If Ghana score, so it makes me really interesting. Oh, could I say big deflection on the shot? If it was on target, could it have gone in? Who knows? Whipped in, poor corner. Oh, it is cleared away for another Ghanaian corner. Good defended from the captain of Uruguay, Luis Suarez. If you're going to get interested in this one, if Ghana scores, game on. Ghana are going to keep pushing. They know they can't afford to lose. They need a draw or a win to make sure they go through, depending on the Korea Portugal game. Poor clearance away there. I mean, Uruguay just, I mean, Ghana's faces head on, if anything. Wow. I'm just shocked really because Ghana had a penalty. If they would have scored, they would have got 1-0 up. Uruguay be chasing the game. Ghana be keeping it tight. Ghana missed the pen. It knocks their confidence for 6. And then Uruguay go and score 2 quick goals to make it 2-0. And they look like they're going through. Unbelievable match. One little question coming through here is that as well. An appropriate one for once. Even if Ghana score, Uruguay have the quality to respond. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but it's gonna. I mean, it will make the game interesting. That's what I'm thinking about overall. Looking at it, you know, the thing is, Uruguay are just the kind of team we don't look like that. Like if they get under pressure, they're the kind of unit that are just really composed and just steady and up for it. Ghana, they can't handle the pressure. They panic and just make a bunch of mistakes. This is what I've seen in the first 39 minutes, 40 minutes of the first half. If anything, it's Darwin Nunez on the ball to the right. Darwin Nunez. Lovely feet there. I was giving away. Luis Suarez retaining possession. Maybe no, he's not. It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty at all. He threw himself to the floor. Ghana got the ball. Foul to Ghana in their own half. It's gonna be a free kick. It's not a penalty. I mean, Suarez. That is not a penalty. Suarez threw himself to the floor there. That's definitely not a penalty. He's appealing for it. He's certain. Like you said, his arm was being pulled or something. I don't think. I mean, it's not a penalty. Refs making Ghana take the free kick again. I mean, there's no offside. It just wasn't a penalty. He threw himself to the floor. He's looking for it. He knows if Uruguay get the third, it's game over, and they're going through. That's what I'm talking about. Ghana just need to be a bit more aggressive and just be in Uruguay's faces more in a way. Be a bit more ruthless, and I think they're just being a bit too nice. I don't know if you know what I mean. They're just like really like they're just not ruthless enough. Uruguay are showing a bit of ruthlessness and aggression against Ghana, and Ghana is struggling. Here we go. Here we go. It's a chance. Full cross whipped in the Uruguayan keeper's confident and caught it comfortably. Yeah, it's not Ghana's day, is it? They're heading out. The Uruguay going through. The quality showing, isn't it? I mean, going into this match, Uruguay losing one, drawing one, Ghana losing one, drawing one. So they are even, but Ghana had the chance to score from the penalty spot, didn't take it. Uruguay had two decent chances, and they took it. So yeah. And Cheddar there, I think that's it. Cheddar, they're number 10, getting the 2 goals for Uruguay and that. Uruguay have lost Bentancur for injury, to injury and that. So yeah, he's gone off. Big loss for them. He's a massive player for Uruguay and a top one as well. Just like this rivalry is just liven a game up at the beginning, and then Uruguay get the 2 goals, and it looks like the game's just done and over, and just they killed the game, obviously. But Ghana, they just need to be positive and keep pushing, knocking on Uruguay's door. The more they do that, they'll get a chance, and they're bound to score with the players they got up front, such as Andre Ayew, Jordan Aaron, Kudas, and Williams. Someone's injured for Ghana. Another foul in the middle there. It's all kicking off. Apologies for that. I thought I heard something. I literally thought someone's knocking on my door for a minute. I was like, oh. Portugal. Oh, it's missed it. It's a chance for Portugal. Hold on, hold on. Forget the Portugal game. Are we looking at a possible straight red? Suarez goes down. Ayew's fouled. Suarez is claiming Salas, who I think stamped on his neck or something. They didn't show the replay like a second time. I showed it the first time very quick, and I didn't really see it all. I don't know, or is it? I don't know. I heard the commentator just say someone got stamped on. The 2 Ghanaian physios who've just become the biggest meme of the World Cup. If you haven't, just go on TikTok and just type in Ghanaian physios and that medics. Just go on there and have a look. It's just funny. It actually is. And I think it was just deliberately done as well. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, Partey is playing for Ghana and that as well. He is playing. He hasn't had the best game, I'll be honest, but he hasn't got the quality players around him. Do you know what I mean? They've got good players, Ghana, but it's not like when he's at Arsenal when he's got the likes of like Saliba, Jesus, Martinelli, and Saka. Do you know what I mean? Some of these Ghanaian players, especially defensively, and their goalkeeper, they just haven't been at their best today. There's a foul on one of the Uruguayan defenders there. I think it's a free kick. Yeah, got a free kick. Bellier there, the number 13. Thomas Partey, but that's a foul. I don't know. Look, I mean, there was Conte nudged him slightly, but did he go down a bit too over the top there slightly? I think maybe Portugal edging closer to try and get back in front. Comfortable save from the South Korean keeper. Still 1-1 in that match. 2-0 Uruguay. They got a free kick in Ghana's half. Nunez needs to shut up and get on with the game. If he keeps mucking around, he's going to get a second yellow off the pitch. He got booked for dissent or for that, I think, kicking the penalty spot or something for when Ghana had the penalty before they missed it, of course. Straight through the Ghanaian defence there. Uruguay still got the ball. Suarez keeping it on the pitch. That's a well, and he's just not. Oh, he just not make one of the Ghanaian players there. He's claiming a corner. I think it's a goal kick. Like a corner there, if anything. You might have a case. Just absolutely crucified Williams there. Made him look like a complete. Just done him like a kipper. Salisu giving the ball away. Ghana just looked lost, out of options. The game plan's gone. It's Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew's under the foul referee. Yep, free kick to Ghana. Ayew fouled. I think the second time. Uruguay tried every trick in the book to hold the time up, hold the clock. Well, wind the clock down, time wasted, etc. 8 minutes added on. I'm not surprised, to be fair, with the amount of fouls, injuries, and penalty hold up and VAR checks, etc. If this first half between Ghana and Uruguay, Uruguay winning 2-0, as you can see. 1-1 between Portugal and South Korea. Still, that's a free kick ref. It's going to play onto Uruguay here. Uruguay running through Ghana like a hot knife through butter. Like, it's like a walk in the park for them, isn't it, really, if anything? Valverde. Ferreira looking at threat. Valverde here. Darwin Nunez trying to make the run down the middle of the pitch. Ferreira. It's going to be caught there comfortably from the Ghanaian keeper. Cheeky nutmeg there. But Uruguay retain the ball. Is that, are you getting forward? No. Look like Partey did a cheeky nutmeg on one of the Uruguayan players. It's all Uruguay now. Ghana just lost. Ghana just started kind of giving up slightly. Just approaching half time. 2 minutes added on, by the way, in the Korean match, South Korean match against Portugal. I was thinking of doing it, but it's just like the World Cup came pretty quick. And yeah, I mean, I'm just going to mainly, for Palace, I'm just focusing on that Boxing Day game against Fulham, which is in like, 3 weeks' time. That's what I'm really focusing on. These friendlies are just matches, just warm-up games, and just decent time to watch the team, I suppose, isn't it? If Ghana go out, then either it's no CPFC. Yeah, there's no CPFC players at the World Cup, obviously, because currently, as it stands, Ghana are heading out. So Jordan Ayew's coming home quicker than we thought. Anderson, I mean, Denmark are out of the World Cup now, so he's coming back. Probably already back in that now, you know. I mean, it's all quiet at both these games. Korea needs to push for a winner in the second half, though, if they want to stand a chance of qualifying for the knockout stages. Still got a bit of time, like 5 minutes left, 6 minutes left in this first half of the added times. 8 minutes added on, don't forget, between Ghana and Uruguay at the end of this first half. But Uruguay just got to make sure they keep the score. No, sorry, Ghana got to make sure Ghana need to make sure they keep the score 2-0. If they can see another one, the game's done. And Uruguay are just going to take the mick and park the bus for 45 minutes in the second half, and Ghana ain't going to have a chance. Half-time 1-1 between South Korea and Portugal. Valverde of the past, Uruguay looking to get a third to kill the game before half-time. Literally when the whistle's about to be blown, probably 5 minutes to go now. Still 2-0 to the Uruguayans against Ghana. Got out to play for a Ghanaian throw, I think, now. So as it stands, Portugal are topping the group on 7 points, and Uruguay are going to end up finishing second on 4 points. Ghana going out, finishing third as it stands on 3 points. South Korea going to finish rock bottom with 2 points in that. Currently, as it stands, with Portugal already, qualified, And they're probably, I mean, yeah, the group winners, no one can really catch them, obviously. So they're going through as group winners, already qualifying in their last match after beating Uruguay. But basically, for Portugal, it's like a friendly game, if anything. I think at half time, I will take a little bit of a break, like for 5 minutes. So if you're wondering why my camera will be switched off, that's why I'm not. Still like 3-4 minutes of this this first half to go between Uruguay and Ghana. After 8 minutes added on towards the end of this first half here and that as well. But basically, when I come back from my 5 minute break at half time, when I shut the camera down just temporary and that, yeah, the Portugal and South Korea match would have kicked off for the second half. So I'll be covering that and talking about the Uruguayan game between Ghana. But Uruguay have a free kick, chance to make it free, headed over into Rosette. Number 2 Gamers there for Uruguay and Atletico Madrid player. I think he's still there. Headed miles over. Nunez was free but offside. So yeah, I mean, if he would have made contact with the header and scored, it wouldn't have been a goal. But yeah, I mean, I think Uruguay will settle for a 2-0 lead at half time. Just got to make sure they hold on because if Ghana draw, they go through, Uruguay go out. So Ghana got to get 2 goals to save their ass for them to, well, keeping them in the World Cup. But as it stands, they're heading out. All over the place, Ghana giving it away cheaply. Keeper needs to come and collect. No penalty there. Someone's gone down pretty cheaply there. Ooh, someone's claiming a penalty. Well, Uruguayan players are claiming they should have a pen. I don't know. So Marte here. Nah, nudged him slightly. It's not like a nudge full on in the face or anything. I don't think it's enough for a pen. I don't know. He elbows him a little bit in the chest aggressively, but I don't know. It's kind of light. I don't think he's going to give a pen. I think if I was the referee, I'd want this first half to be done and over with. 3 minutes to go still. Probably 3-4 minutes left because of the time being wasted. Because penalty claims and the ball keeping, the ball just like going out of play a few times. Luis Suarez trying to, with Darwin Nunez showing his strength there against the Marty. Darwin Nunez got the ball, giving it away now. Andre Ayew missing that penalty early on. They'll be ruining that Ghana. Big moment for them this World Cup, and they didn't take it. They did not take it whatsoever. Big shame that. Imagine how good African sides would be if all players in Europe played for them. That'd be unbelievable, wouldn't they? But you know how it is. You got some players who just who are from Africa, grew up in France, Germany, like England, etc. And they just, it's just the way they've been brought up. It's the country they were brought up to play the football. So it's the way it's always been, really. That'd be quite remarkable, but I don't think it wouldn't happen anytime soon, especially in the future. Giving away again from Ghana. Now Uruguay giving away Ghana. The thing you do as a Ghanaian player on that pitch, just try and shoot and get a goal just to get you back into the game. They're giving it away cheaply again. Uruguay just going to hit them on the counter like they've been doing for both their goals. Ghana just look clueless and just very lost right now, to be fair. The way it's going on second fourth, I don't even think I'm going to be getting a half-time break. Ghana just need to show a bit more aggression and fight a little bit. Uruguay are just taking them to the cleaners. I mean, Uruguay could be 3-0 up. I'll say that. Ghana just missing that penalty, and they just haven't been the same. Started off quite bright. After that penalty miss, it just fell apart. Completely lost their way. Half time. Half time. Ghana nil. Uruguay 2. Yeah, so Ghana need to pick their game up. They need 2 goals to come from 2-0 down, of course, to draw, and they'll go for it. Uruguay will go out. What team does the Uruguay score play for? I don't know. I mean, I'm not. Well, the score is 2-0. That's what you mean. But I mean, yeah. So Uruguay are going through, Portugal going through, Korea and Ghana are going out. What a shame. What a shame. Because Ghana just, if they would have scored that penalty, man, that would have really just kicked off the game for them in style. And then they just go and concede 2 goals due to poor keeping and poor defending. Ghana need to get rid of the Ayew brothers. They're too overrated. I don't know. I mean, Jordan Ayew been a little bit quiet. Andre Ayew just missed that penalty, and he's just never been the same since in that game. Big letdown, I'll say that penalty miss was. So yeah, but my people, I'm gonna take a little break for about like 3 to 5 minutes. So the camera's gonna be shut off, and I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'll start off by reviewing the South Korea and Portugal game. That's probably going to start in the next 5 minutes, and then the Uruguay and Ghana game. We'll be back onto that in the next probably 15 minutes. So we'll see you then. Yes, my people, we're back. Start the second half of the Ghana and Uruguay game will probably be starting within the next 8 minutes. However, we have got South Korea taking on Portugal in a couple of minutes' time, and that as well to kick off their second half. That is going to be really interesting because South Korea know that they've got to win. They have to win. If they lose or draw, it's not enough. Because with Portugal, so with Uruguay beating Ghana currently now up 2-0 as it's half time. Uruguay going through. Uruguay got a 2-0 lead to hold on to. Ghana just need to come out with a bit more spirit if they want to come from behind to draw on level terms. They would have scored that penalty. That would have been so much better for them, but they missed it in a matter of minutes. Uruguay run up the end and not get just one, but two goals on the break. So yeah, the overall it's not Ghana's day. I mean, they've had a few players gone down injured, got on with the game. They're a bit lackluster than that. Open defensively, a bit clueless at times in their play and in their final thirds and releasing the ball quick and that. Yeah, there's no. I mean, that not. It's just like I don't know. I mean, they're slipping and sliding all over the place. Their control has been really poor on the ball. Some of their first touches as well from some of the Ghanaian players has been absolutely shambolic compared to the Uruguayan players. I mean, if you've seen that Suarez assist, that is assist of the tournament, and that is probably one of the up there to be one of the top 10 goals of this World Cup tournament. Uruguay's second goal, because I mean Ghana were just like what just shambolic defensively. Their goalkeeper as well has just completely let them down. If anything, you know, it's not been on, not been good enough. Honestly, big disappointment. No, because Ghana, like I said, would have scored that pen, things would have gone absolutely. Things would have gone Ghana's way. Definitely, I think Ghana would have gone on to win, or they wouldn't have lost the match. I don't think, but they missed it. Uruguay score. And kind of straight after then, a few minutes after that, they make it 2-0. And it's just like, yeah, this ain't Ghana's day. Ghana look like a team that are going out. Uruguay look like a team that want to move forward and are going through to the knockout stages of this World Cup and that as well. So, yeah, but it's half time. If I was Ghana, I'd bring on maybe Lamptey. Could play him as a winger or a fullback, depending on the situation. But I play him on the right, put Kudus in the middle, and I put Ayew as a winger, and I take off Andre Ayew because I think after that penalty miss, Andre Ayew just looked sloppy, slow, and he's been really poor. If he would have scored that penalty, he wouldn't have got that bad of a rating from me. You know what I mean? But as it stands, Portugal will finish at top, Uruguay second, Ghana and Korea are heading out. So yeah, it's not looking good for them two teams who are going out, South Korea and Ghana and that. But it's looking good for Uruguay finishing second, going through, and obviously Portugal really qualified, and they're going to top the group on 7 points. If they still lost, I mean, they're still top the group. If they draw, obviously they'll finish on 7 points. A win would put them on 9 points, meaning they win all their games in. Would they be the first team this tournament to win all their games in the group stage? Obviously, you look at other teams in that. England have won two and drew their one match against the US. France winning their first two against Australia, Denmark, then lost to Tunisia. Got done a little dirty there slightly, because the goal got ruled out for an offside late on, very late on. So yeah, it was cruel for them, but a good one for Tunisia, despite them heading out as well. They were one of the other teams that did go out. Forgot about them. They went out with Denmark in that group. It was France top of the group, and Australia going through in that as well. So it's a tight group that, but France, yeah, I mean France walked that group, and that game between them and Tunisia, the last game of the group was basically a friendly. Yeah, Spain started off well, beating Costa Rica 7-0. After that, they haven't really been the same. They drew against Germany, dropping points. They went through second as well, and then they go and lose to Japan. I mean, does that look like a team that's going to win the World Cup? If you want to compare them to the likes of Brazil, even Argentina, even like England maybe as well, you never know. So yeah, I mean, England haven't lost this tournament. Brazil ain't lost this tournament and that. Trying to think. Croatia ain't lost the game. Trying to think any of Morocco haven't lost either in this tournament. They ain't lost a game in that. France have lost. Spain losing. Japan have lost in that as well. The US are unbeaten as well. They ain't lost either. So there are some teams that could potentially turn it on in the knockout stage. I know Senegal have lost. The Dutch are unbeaten as well. They won two games against Senegal and Qatar, and then they drew with Ecuador surprisingly as well. But yeah, I mean, the Dutch could potentially cause them problems. They could go far, semi-finals potentially. When you got Van Dijk at the back, anything's possible. Do you know what I mean? I mean, they got solid defenders in De Ligt and Van Dijk going forwards. They've got a bit of quality as well, and that as well. But mainly their defense is what may get them to the semis. They're very hard to break down. They're quite solid, and they are solid, and they're just like they can hold the ball pretty well and just move it through like absolute mayhem and just madness. If anything, they just got them players, that can just like tear you apart, like the Depay, Bergwijn, and that. Yeah, Dumfries as well. Defensively, it's just could be the reason how, like, if the Dutch were to get to the semis, Brazil. I'm thinking about Brazil and that, and they've got quality all over. Anyway, Brazil. I mean, are my favourites to win the World Cup and that anyway. So they've got so many good players. I think they play better without Neymar as well. But they'll probably make it back for the knockout games. They're playing Cameroon. I think they'll win that. And if they do, currently as it stands, they'll potentially be the first or second team to win all their games in the group in this World Cup. If Portugal did beat South Korea in that, if they were to come and get a couple goals in the second half or get a winner, then they'd win all their games in the group. They'd be the first team to do it this World Cup. It has kicked off the second half. First few minutes, Korea 1-1 still with South Korea 1-1 still with Portugal in that. So yeah, that's quite a close one. But Portugal holding the ball well, keeping possession. South Korea sitting pretty deep in that. So it's going to be interesting how that game ends in that. But South Korea need that win. Portugal is like a walk in the park for them, really. They could just like turn it on whenever they feel like it. If anything, it's like a friendly. Thoughts of Rishi Sunak. I couldn't give a damn right now. Focusing on football. He's not done anything wrong really yet. He's only been in the job for like a month. So I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But I mean, I'm more focused on football, just enjoying myself rather than the flipping government and this cost of living. It's just depressing to hear these stupid, not even these awful stories. If anything, I'll say that players to play for both CPFC and Liverpool. Um. Oh yeah, it's Benteke, Klein. I'm trying to think. Martin Kelly. Good question. Them three, obviously. Like I said, so Klein, Kelly, Benteke. Like I said in that. I'm trying to think. Don't know. It's not a player, but a manager. Obviously, Roy Hodgson. Everyone knows that. Um, they're the only three players I can think of. Any other players that people know play for Palace and Liverpool? Put in the live chat. Refresh my memory because I've legit just forgotten. Apart from them three players, I'm trying to think. I was going to say Scott Dan, but he's from Liverpool. He never played for Liverpool, but he's from there. He was born there, isn't he? I think he's a Liverpool season ticket holder, but I'm not sure. Second half is about to kick off between Ghana and Uruguay, and that. Yes, 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 yes. Mamadou Sakho, of course, he was one. He played for Palace and Liverpool. Yeah, didn't really have a good spell at Palace second time compared to his first spell when he was amazing for us when we got him on loan from Liverpool in the 16-17 season in January when Big Sam was our manager. The way he played and defended was just class. And he was one of the reasons why we predominantly stayed up that season. Player was caliber. Second half was about to kick off between Ghana and Uruguay, and that still on one early on in the first 6 minutes between South Korea and Portugal. South Korea looking a bit ropey defensively and that, and a bit slow, sitting back a bit too deep. Portugal just putting too many players forward, and are South Korea going to cope with their numbers for Portugal pushing to try and get that winner? I'm not sure, but South Korea need to win if anything, and they look like they're going backwards if anything, starting off the second half and that. Oh, you hear that? Andre Ayew, Jordan Ayew, the Ayew brothers have both gone off for Ghana. Oh, wow. What have I just heard? So that potentially and most likely will be Jordan Ayew's last World Cup game ever, and could potentially be his last. Well, it is his last World. It may potentially be his last World Cup game of this tournament. Are Ghana going to turn it around though? That's the big, big question. To be or not to be, that is the answer. Victor Moses did play for Palace and Liverpool as well. I was just focused on this question from Joy Films there. CPFC and Everton. Tosun, Townsend. Um, oh God, McCarthy, yeah. That's all I could think of. My mind's gone blank. Portugal could have scored. There's header from Ronaldo. He headed it down on the ground, bounced up, comfortably caught from the South Korean keeper there. Second half just started. Ghana 0, Uruguay 2. Ghana going to be hitting Uruguay on the front foot. Chance for them. Oh, it's wide for Bakari. Oh, what a chance, what a chance, what a chance. Kudias was there. At least Bakari with the volley, one of the halftime subs that came on. And Kudias just didn't make any contact onto it. But the Uruguayan keeper's gone down like he's been shot. I don't know what happened. Did he pull his hamstring? Did he fall awkwardly? I couldn't tell. But Ghana potentially could have got themselves back in the game. So a lovely volley. Uruguay very happy defensively. Kudias would have been offside. I don't know if he touched the ball. Might have just skinned his boot. The shot was going wide anyway. It's a good attempt for Ghana. Probably the best one they've had in the match. You know, either that or the penalty miss. That penalty was terrible. You haven't seen it. And Andre Ayew, the guy who missed the penalty, has just been subbed off at half time. I think he's saying, God, I hated that. But yeah, McCarthy was terrible. He was crap. I'll come back to some of the Palace questions later on the stream. I want to be focusing more on this Ghana Uruguayan game and that, you know, and obviously South Korea, Portugal is still 1-1, still 2-0 to Uruguay at the start of the second half. And that McCarthy is fine. Hopefully, he'll be back on Boxing Day for that Fulham game. We missed some leadership for Palace. But anyway, let's focus on this Ghana Uruguay game and that as well. Ghana trying to push Uruguay to the limits here, but Uruguay still 2-0 up. Ghana need 2 goals to make sure they can go through, and Uruguay will go out. Here we go. Foul there, referee. It's going to play on the knee. Oh, God. It's oozes. Nunez is free to the left, but a cross there. Too much power. Suarez, it was free there to the left. My bad. Too much power on that cross towards him and that. Say that. Here we go. Good defending there. Ghana keeping the ball here. Not bad, you know. Trying to hold that ball and just keep the possession, pace of it up and that, you know. Ghana. No one there in the box, you know. Bit more of a positive open start from Ghana. That's what they needed and that, you know what I mean. Nah, I've gone out of play. Is Korea got a corner here? I think they have. Yeah, I think it's the South Korea corner in the other match. Uruguay keeping possession here in this. Lovely turn for Partey. Still got the boy of Ghana. Bakari there. South Korea corner. Cleared away from Portugal. That counter attack from Ghana was a bit poor. Keeper caught it too comfortably there. Passing wasn't the best successful pass there at all. It wasn't good enough there. It's poor. Bit of quality there from Ghana. I mean, if Ghana somehow did get through, I don't think they get knocked out instantly in the round of 16. You know what I mean? They would get knocked out instantly. Uruguay haven't started off the best, though. It's all been Ghana, but Uruguay holding on to a 2-0 lead, and as it stands, they're going through. They get a third, the game will be done, and there's no way back for Ghana. You don't lose 3-0 leads in World Cup games. I'll say that 2-0, yeah. But if you're 3-0 up in a match, you don't. I can't. I mean, I can't see anyone losing a lead in that. Unless it was like Qatar beating like the Dutch 3-0 or something out because they took their chances or just scrappy goals or whatever. I could maybe see them losing a 3-0 lead. Yeah, so they're quite even though in this match, but Ghana a bit more positive start of the second half. Uruguay just hanging on in there a little bit. Quite deep though, but they have gone forward at times, but giving the ball away. Say the same for Ghana, but they did have an early chance. Would have been a good one in that as well. Slowed down a little bit the game. It's not as quick as it was in the first half. That's given away for a Ghanaian throw-in. Bit careless there and slow from Uruguay, sloppy. Ghana got the ball. Ghana got to get a goal though. If they can't listen, they're not taking any more of their chances. They had a big one early on in the first half and that they missed from the poor Andre Ayew penalty. Like they got to wake up and do better. They can get a goal early on in the next 5 minutes. Uruguay are going to be under immense pressure. Party. Given away. Quite dispossessed sort of. Suarez there didn't get touched there. Someone's got to get that ball in quick. No one there on the end of it, you know. She's not Ghana's day. Uruguay are just going to hang in there. Park there's a handball anyway. Park the bus. Still 1-1 between South Korea and Portugal. Nothing's changed in that game. Here we go. It's a ball there for one of the Portugal wingers. I think it was Harata. I mean, it's poor. It's going all the way into Rose, nearly hitting the corner flag, sort of actually. That's where it was. Poor pass. Pearson's been fouled there for Uruguay. They got a free kick in Ghana's half, just about. Clumsy foul given away. Yeah. My mood says it all. I mean, nothing's really happened. Like nothing out the blue has happened in both games early on in the second halves. Suarez has been fouled. Salisu again against Suarez. He's right on him like a hawk. It's a foul. We see this again. Yeah, a bit of contact. He's gone down like he's been stamped on Suarez, even though he hasn't. What a drama queen at the age of what, like 35. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Free kick to Uruguay, just outside the Ghanaian box. Oh, a cross there. Anyone could have got onto that. Ghana was so open though. Offside anyway. Offside against, I think, Suarez potentially. We need a goal. I want a goal in the second half, whether it's in the Portugal game or the Ghanaian game here and that. Oh, Chetty there for Uruguay getting the 2 goals in the first half and that. Yeah, how are you, man? You good? Any more questions, comments, and that? Oh, keeper got there just about off it. Yeah, I don't know what's happening? It's now gone out for a throw into Ghana. Yeah, any questions and comments based on the two matches, World Cup, anything football? Live chats there, my people. He's onside. Oh, hang on, is this a penalty? He gets the ball, gets the man as well, the Uruguayan keeper, but I don't think there's enough in that. He's down the. He keeps going down like he's been shot there, keeper. That's like the fourth time he's gone down. Unbelievable. I don't might as well take him off. He's pretty injury prone. What's it? Rochet, the number 23 in goal for Uruguay. Christ Almighty. God. Every time he gets touched by the opposition player for Ghana, he goes on like he's been shot or he's in serious pain. Like, get on with it and man the hell up, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, Christ, oh Lord of mercy. Marty giving the ball away. Here we go. Darwin Nunez. Penalty to Uruguay. Oh, no. He's not even giving a penalty there, the ref. That might be a penalty. It looked like a penalty from the distance of where I'm watching it on. Darwin Nunez getting fouled. It's a brilliant ball up the pitch. He was through. He was onside, 100%. I think that was a pen, I think they're going to go back and check if the ball goes out of play here. We might have a penalty here for Uruguay. We might have a penalty. It looked like a sus foul given away there from the Ghanaian. I think it was, a Marty. It's got to be a penalty to Uruguay. Penalty, yeah. It's got to be a penalty to Uruguay, surely. Surely, he's checking it. He's checking it. What's he going to give the ref? Expect the unexpected. It's the World Cup, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I think it's a penalty. Yeah, it's a penalty all day long. Let's see if they give it. They should give it. If they don't give this, I'll be amazed. Uruguay get this penalty, have a chance to make it 3-0 and put the game dead and buried. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. First, the World Cup, there are a few results that were a bit boring, like a lot of nil-nils, but it's gotten entertaining towards the end. You got teams like Australia, Morocco, Japan qualifying. That's what makes a World Cup. Not the same old boring teams that cheat their way through. The officiating's been fair in that as well across this whole World Cup. You've had a few dodgy, questionable decisions now and then, but yeah, about what I'd say about 90% of the refereeing's been better, which was really surprised because refereeing overall over the last 5 years has been poor in the Premier League and other tournaments and competitions. I think he's going to give a pen to Uruguay here. Here we go. Referee is going to give no penalty. No penalty. Well, that's the first. Usually when they go to the monitor, they give it, but the ref's going to stick with his original on-field decision. No penalty to Uruguay. Ghana is still in it. I mean, I don't know. It was 50-50 to be fair. Speaking of questionable, debatable decisions, we just had one there. Should it have been a pen? My opinion, it's 50-50. Yeah, it's no penalty, so it remains 2-0 to Uruguay. Well, they just got to hope Ghana don't get a goal, or else it's really game on. But I mean, Ghana don't look like they're going to come from behind to win. That's the one thing I'd say. I think they've got to win Ghana, potentially, to try and have a chance of getting through in that foul there. Yeah, it's a yellow card for Suarez for kicking the ball away. Yeah, he knew exactly what he was doing, trying to waste time and wind that clock down. Luis Suarez, the Uruguayan captain, he knew exactly what he was doing. Time wasting, kicking the ball away. He didn't even commit the foul, and he just decided to kick the ball away. He knew what he was doing there. Cheeky little boy. You got to be careful. He's mouthing off to the ref. He'll get himself sent off and miss the knockout game. Good save there from Diogo Costa there for Portugal. South Korea should have scored. So much time and room to shoot. Don't know who had that shot there, but it was one of the midfielders who attackers there. Had the shot, spilt it a bit. Flipping out. South Korea should be 2-1 up. Ghana have a chance to cross this in. Maybe a second chance now. Here we go. Ghana. I've got to be quick here. It's Kudas on the ball. Oh, the referee has a drop ball, surely. Get out of the way, ref, man. Flipping idiot. He's giving a drop ball anyway to Ghana, and I've got a bit backwards and sideways. Hold on. Chance here to get it in. Uruguay defending well. Throwing to Uruguay, yeah. They'll be on level with points with Uruguay, but it depends on the goal difference. So we'll have to wait and see if South Korea were to go through. We'll have to wait and see. Oh God, God, the way these second halves are going is putting me to sleep a little bit. I won't lie, flipping hell. Honestly. They know they're out Ghana unless they could turn it around in a matter of minutes. They don't even look like that. Uruguay just got Ghana exactly where they want them. They look more stronger and like just compatible on the break, really. You know what I mean? They've got a bit of charisma about them, and they play Ghana just don't know, a bit desperate. Foul given to Ghana. Pereira again. Pereira there, sorry, not Pereira. Pereira, the number 13, give it away. A silly foul. The second foul was given away. Should be at least on a yellow card for Pereira, the number 13 for Uruguay. I just can't see. I can't see any more goals being scored in this game. The way it's all going, Ghana are just getting on the edge of the box, left, centre, and right. They just don't know what they're doing in their final thirds. Uruguay just look comfortable at the back and just tactically have Ghana where they want them. Really. It's just about it's miles behind. Poor ball. Bakari there was sliding in, but the ball was already out of play. Keeper bit lost there for Uruguay. Yeah, if he would have got a touch, would have been a goal, but miles wide. Yeah, Bakari was sliding, and he's looked pretty lively when he's come on. Bakari had that shot that just went wide early on in this second half, and that between. Oh, here we go. No, it's good defending for Marty. Yeah, good defending. But yeah, still 1-1 between South Korea and Portugal. South Korea claiming a penalty, but hit the side of him. They're claiming Cancelo a handball. It's not a handball. It's not a penalty. It's sort of hit here. He had his elbow like that, sort of by his side a little bit. It hit him sort of like round here, sort of. I mean, I don't think it's a penalty. I mean, they can't give that. Darwin Nunez, I think, had an excellent game today. He's been lively, active. Just don't know how he hasn't scored a goal this tournament yet. Oh, free. Oh, it's wide, it's wide, it's wide. No goal. Thought it went in. The net buckled. Wow. Unbelievable. Wow. Just scored that. Pellistri's got to get on target, you know. The net buckled. Luis Suarez coming off the Cavani. Bill coming off as well, the one who had that chance. Dela Cruz is coming on for Uruguay, the number 7. Oh, no goal for Luis Suarez still in this tournament. Could he do it in a knockout game? Depending on if they get through, though. Who knows? Cavani coming on. He's bound to get a goal, isn't he? He's bound to get a goal. He's bound to just put the game to bed for Uruguay because Ghana just don't like scoring. De La Cruz as well. So have to see how he plays. So Uruguay on that. Ghana ain't gonna score. I can just tell. They're gonna leave it late if anything. If they did score, they just look really just the way they play is just a bit confusing and just like they're not functioning. They haven't got. It's like they sort of don't have like a plan B or a decent system currently right now. Uruguay just are the complete opposite to that. They're functioning well. They're sitting back deeply. They're composed. They're really just not letting Ghana get any decent quality like through them. Really, if anything, Ghana got the ball here though, but just don't look like they haven't got enough players forward. It's giving it away again. Uruguay just look like a lot sharper on the counter attack. That's what they're trying to do, hitting them, just trying to hit Ghana on the counter and just get that third to kill the game off. Because that's given a foul away against Vallejo. Poor second half though. It's been rubbish. It actually has been, apart from that chance that Uruguay should have scored a few minutes ago. But it's just been dead. But a few chances, minor ones, but it's never like scoring. Same in the South Korea Portugal game, it's been flat as well. It's been a few decent chances, but it's not lived up to the hype. It all went off in the first half, and then second half, I mean, Ghana aren't going to get anything. Uruguay look like they're going to go through and win this game comfortably. South Korea just are lacking quality and then product. Portugal, I mean, they've got nothing to play for after. You know what I mean? South Korea just got to win. You know, I mean, I'll say this year, South Korea scored. Things may get interesting in the group, but currently it's all pretty flat right now, if anything. Ghana are frustrating. They are frustrating. Give the ball away far too much. Just sloppy in the final third. And that's why I don't think they're going to go through. Corner to Ghana. Okay. Well, that's a corner. Yeah, I don't know what the Uruguayan defense are complaining about. It's a clear corner. Strange. No, poor header. Is that a Mate? Keeper's got that comfortably. Instead of heading it towards goal, he headed it the opposite way. Nearly headed it towards where Uruguay were attacking. It's a weird header. I don't know what he was doing, and then miscontrolled by Partey poorly as well. Now Uruguay got possession. They're rushing through the Ghanaian midfield. It's Cavani now. He slipped Cavani. Ghana got the ball. Poor pass though. It's given away there. It's gonna be a Uruguay throw, I think. Oh my word. Yeah, good. My yawn says it all. Some lively moments, some dull moments this second half that put you fast asleep. Cavani's just a breath of fresh air for Uruguay, fresh leg on the pitch, you know what I mean? And just he's gonna absolutely run through that midfield. Here we go, Uruguay. What's Nunez doing? Oh, he still got the ball on. Oh, brilliant nutmeg. Here we go. Chance for Uruguay. Nah, cleared away. Oh, what a save. What a strike. Valverde there. Ziggy with a top save, but Valverde scoring one of the goals of the tournament. First time volley down low. Comfortable save from Ziggy, just about. He nearly could have made a pig zero of it. I mean, he's already made sort of a pig zero of the couple goals that he's letting against Uruguay. And then another shot, which has gone into Rose Ed. Valverde would have been one of the goals of the tournament, potentially. I mean, and we've already had two African teams reach the knockout stage of this tournament, Senegal and Morocco. Senegal coming second in the group, and Morocco topping their group. Morocco finishing top of the group with the likes of Croatia and Belgium in Canada. Canada weren't that bad, despite them not even getting a point and losing all their games, obviously. So Yeah, but I mean, talk about bad luck there. Ghana got the ball here. Kudas, he needs to shoot, get it out to someone wide. Kudas has put that into Rose's head, blazed it over. Good effort though, good run. The only player looks like he knows what he's doing regarding trying to get a goal for Ghana. But apart from that, I mean, it wasn't a bet. It was, yeah, quite too much power on the shot. Wasn't even on target. Good effort though. Miles over. Yeah, I mean, that penalty they missed Ghana, they're not going to get a better chance than that in this game, I'll say that. Oh, just over, actually. It actually wasn't that far off. It looked like it went miles over, but you look close, it just like the top right-hand corner of the goal there. The Rochett's goal just went over. Could have easily skinned the crossbar or the frame of the goal there. You know, if it was dipping a bit more, I reckon he would have scored, you know, I won't lie. After watching that, couple more subs for Ghana here. Clothing Cherry and Twanja coming on. Transylvania's coming on from, obviously he's doing well at Bristol City. He was linked with Palace, I believe, in that as well. But he's still signed for us in January, who knows? Two players making way is Samad, and up front for them who started the game, Williams is coming off. Good. So still 2-0 to Uruguay. Ghana trying to get a goal, but just don't look like it. You know, if you compare the quality of like Uruguay and Ghana, there's a big difference. Still 1-1 between South Korea and Portugal. That game doesn't look like anyone's going to score any time in that soon, same as this one. So yeah, South Korea come from behind to lead against Portugal 2-1. Still on one, obviously, but if they were to lead 2-1, make it 2-1, things would get interesting, you know, because that would take them on to what, 4 points, and the same goal difference as Uruguay, and then you have to introduce the fair play rule there. If South Korea made it 3-1, they go above thingy, they go above Uruguay. Uruguay would go out, so Uruguay gotta hope that Portugal score within the next few minutes. There's 10 minutes to go between South Korea and Portugal, and it's still 1-1. There's just around 15 minutes left of this Ghana and Uruguay game, and that here we go. It's gonna control it. Nunez, no, miscontrol it there. Darwin Nunez, I think. Cavani putting the Ghana in defence under a bit of pressure. Yeah, nothing's happening between Korea and Portugal. A few shots being blocked. Korea need to get the goal. They've got to get foul maybe. No, play on to also throw into somebody. Couldn't tell. South Korea making 3 subs. I think triple subs. I think are they making a few subs? I'm not sure if it's. I thought it's 3 subs. I don't know. Couldn't even tell from a minute. Honestly, what a game though we've had. I mean, it hasn't lifted the hype in the second half between Ghana and Uruguay. The first half was really just crazy. A missed penalty from Ghana again against Uruguay, and Uruguay scoring 2 quick consecutive goals. So yeah, I think Portugal just brought on Mr. Starman playmaker here, Bernardo Silva. So yeah, who knows how much problems he's going to cause towards South Korea. That William Carvalho coming on for Portugal as well. Yes, it is. Uruguay got the ball. Someone's gone down. Chance, no one there for Uruguay. Free kick. Free kick to Portugal. Yeah, not just in their own half though. Well, Ghana got a corner. Okay, got to do something from this if they want to get themselves back in the game with just under 15 minutes left to go and that. But Korea, are they going to try and push that winner? Don't know. Look a bit low. Hold on. No, no. So I thought they were through the South Korea, but good defense one of the Portugal players. What corner here from Ghana was taken actually. Nothing's really happened. Now Uruguay have a chance to hit them on the counter. Here we go. Here we go. Lovely pass from Cavani out wide there. I think it's Darwin Nunez on the ball now. He's got to be quick and keep it on. Darwin Nunez, we know what he's capable of. Darwin Nunez still going. Oh, that's going to be a goal kick. I don't think he was fouled actually. It's a goal kick though. I think he lost the ball there cheaply, Darwin Nunez, if anything. So yeah. Oh man. Still no goal in both these games in the second half. There was all action in the first half, but it sort of died a bit in the second half. I'll say that. Oh man. Can't have a chance on the edge of their own. On the edge of Uruguay's penalty box is Partey. As it stands, Portugal, Uruguay going through, Ghana and South Korea heading out. So, yeah, we're going to see some more goals. Maybe a bit of late drama. You never know. 10th there. Either they're trying to lock the keeper, but didn't really succeed there at all. Got about 12 minutes left between Ghana and Uruguay. Uruguay look like they're going through Ghana, just haven't been good enough in that. Oh God, still one between them, Korea and Portugal. Suriname, Pereira. Suriname still got the ball here. That's an awful ball in, and maybe not cleared away. Some of Ghana's crossing have been rubbish. Honest to God, the crossing is like it's not sort of like straight and curved. It's sort of like lobbing it up in the air. Like they're trying to panenka over the keeper. They're trying to do like a quick panenka over the keeper or lob it over the keeper. It's just weird. Like cross normally for God's sake. I don't know. I don't know if it's just how they play or something, but it's just frustrating to watch. I watched like the way Uruguay get the ball. Oh, hold on. Oh, the many are there for Bristol City. Had a chance to score for Ghana, but he missed it, put it wide. The angle was tight. Might have been on his weaker foot as well. Best chance Ghana may get in the second half, I won't lie. He's onside. Oh, he's got to be scoring that. So I'm looking at it closer. He's got to be scoring that. Nunez is coming off for Uruguay. He still isn't going to get a goal in this World Cup. Unbelievable. What Cavani, Suarez, and Nunez. Unbelievable this. I mean, Uruguay potentially are going through, and their three-star man up front, Cavani, Nunez, and Luis Suarez, aren't even going to get a goal. Harry Chetter there, the number 10, he's got the 2 goals, and there are only 2 goals this tournament's gone off in that as well. Unbelievable. Gomez and Cabarrillo is coming on, or have come on actually. In fact, I should say that's the double one change that Uruguay just made. I think they made a total of 4 changes Uruguay already. I think so. Yeah, they have. They have. Still 2-0 to Uruguay, as you can see, and then Portugal drawing with South Korea currently still 1-1. There's about 4 minutes to go. South Korea, then Portugal comfortably going through on 7 points. Ghana look like they're definitely headed out with like what 9 minutes to go, and Uruguay heading through as runners up in the group. Yeah, so it's the highlight of this group really today. I don't know. I mean, I can't see any. Got any. If there's one team that's going to score, I think it'll be South Korea. But would it be enough though? Who knows? Ghana score, that'd be interesting how the last few minutes would pan out. Dela Cruz clumsy giving the ball away. And gone. Oh, what a save. Did he even save that? Did that go wide? Rochette there. It's been on 5 Uruguay. Let me have a look at this. Kudas there with the shot. What save from Rochette. That was going in. It's a top save. One of the saves of the tournament. Brilliant keeping there for Rochette. Ghana got a corner. Cleared away from Uruguay. It's going to go out for Ghana throwing. Ghana stepping their game up a bit late on. This is too late though, probably. That's the downside of it for Ghana. South Korea on the attack against Portugal. Ghana need a bit of faith in themselves if they want to try and get out this group with what, like 8 minutes to go. No one there. But anyone up front clinically there, just there the ball a bit lost there on that set piece there. Ghana trying to attack. Here he goes. Kudas has been pretty. Oh no handball. Gotta get a goal quick, Ghana. It's too late though, in my opinion. Problem is they're 2-0 down. If it was 1-0, then maybe confidence and then get it back in it. But when you're 2-0 down, it just kills the game completely, you know. What ball that is. It's gone out. Oh, Rochette actually did catch it. It looked like he was heading out, but Rochette just caught it just to hold it up even more. It's not Ghana's day. They're heading out. Korea needs to get a goal. Might need 2 more, but it's the 89th? It's the 90th minute. I mean, are they going to score like 3 goals against Portugal later on? Probably not. Oh my god. The second half ain't been as good as the first. I'll say that. It's put me to sleep, I won't lie. In both games, if anything. Yeah, if they score, things are going to get real interesting. South Korea scoring that. But they don't like scoring. Portugal just dominated a little bit here. Had a shot that just went miles wide. Oh, maybe not. It took a deflection actually. Portugal got corner. Between South Korea and Portugal, there's been 6 minutes added on towards the end of the second half. Korea on the attack here. Hold on. From a Portugal corner by himself. I think it's Son on the ball. Son. Korea just scored. Oh my words. South Korea have just scored against Portugal. It was a brilliant run from Son. They're through now, isn't it? Yeah. Oh my words. I know I'm mainly focused on the Ghana Uruguay game, but South Korea have just scored. It's a perfect goal. There's no offsides. Portugal are going through as group winners. They couldn't care less. It's like a friendly to them. Ronaldo's he came off a few minutes ago, I think. But South Korea now lead 2-1. Oh. So Ghana and Uruguay both going out. South Korea going through. Unbelievable. Absolute crazy. The scenes. Portugal ain't going to be winning the World Cup. I know it's like a friendly game to them. He knows Suarez that they're going out. He knows Suarez. He knows. I think it's found out South Korea scored. Oh my word. Uruguay are going out. Unless Portugal equalise. I think. All I know is South Korea going through and Uruguay heading out. I mean, yeah. if Uruguay get one more, if Uruguay get one more, if Uruguay score, I think they go through as well. Oh my word, this is absolutely crazy. That just happened. That's not even my mood up in the second half. That's the best thing that's happened in the second half over both games. Imagine Ghana scored. They're gonna. Oh, here we go. Hang on a minute. Ghana might score, you know. Oh, free kick, referee. Free kick. There's still about 3-4 minutes to go in this game plus added time. The South Korea Portugal game is going to be ending in about probably 4 minutes, but this game's got a while to go between Ghana and Uruguay. If Ghana score, Uruguay are heading out. Definitely, I'll say that. Thing is, they took all their best players off, like Nunez. Got Bentancur who went off injured early on in the first half or halfway through in the first half. Suarez is off in that as well. It's a fly in my way, just winding me up. But the games are getting boring. Now the games are getting interesting. Uruguay need to score. They need one. Yeah, exactly. They need one more goal, Uruguay. Unbelievable scenes. That's why I love the World Cup. It all kicks off late on. South Korea just needs to defend well. In fact, South Korea, if I was them, I'd go and get a third. That would really change the goal difference. That would really change it. I'll say that. Ghana with a free kick there was poor. Salas trying to make contact, but Rocha, I think he didn't even touch actually. It's a goal kick. God, it's unbelievable. Ghana are done. Ghana not going through. But Uruguay, oh God, Suarez is crying. Uruguay are heading out unless they get one more. But they need Portugal to score, and they need to get a goal. Uruguay, that's their hope. That is the best hope they could do within that. Ghana are on the attack though. Could have Ghana might if Ghana score it, it's party. A bit poor in the counter from Ghana there. It's poor play. Uruguay know they've got to get a goal. They know they've got to get a goal, Uruguay. How long's there left? 1 minute left. God knows how much added time there's going to be. It's about 5 players in the box against like 4 Ghana defenders. What a save. What a save. Offside anyway, Cavani. It was an offside, a chance. What a save from Ziggy there. But he was offside, so it wouldn't have counted. Looks like South Korea are going to beat Portugal. There's 1 minute basically left. I don't think Portugal are going to score. As it stands, Portugal, they're through. Forget Portugal, they're top in the group despite a loss or whatever result, really. South Korea currently leading 2-1 against Portugal. They're going through on goals scored. They're on the same point, same goal difference as Uruguay. Uruguay need to score 1 goal to go through. If Ghana score, however, get a goal back, Uruguay are in the mud, basically. This is why I love the World Cup. It's absolutely crazy, honestly. What the medics for the medics for Ghana have just come on. I forgot. If you haven't seen that meme of the 2 medics running onto the pitch, it's like GTA. It actually does look like a GTA run or something. It's just jokes, bro. Yeah, it's just funny. I couldn't give a damn. It's just funny. Just go on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Look, Suarez, God. See, I don't know how many minutes this the fourth official's gonna add on. Ghana. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Ghana got their keeper down, Ziggy. It's been nearly like what, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So they're gonna be adding a lot of time on. I reckon. I'd say about maybe 6-7 minutes, maybe more, depending on how long Ziggy their goalkeeper's down. Korea score one more, they'll lead Uruguay on goal difference. They'll be on the same points, but they'll lead Uruguay on goal difference. South Korea. Portugal ain't gonna win. It's the last kick of the game now. I think the ref's gonna blow his whistle. So Germany out, Belgium out, Uruguay 8 minutes added on. Uruguay are currently going out, but they need to get a goal. If Ghana score, Uruguay are in the mud. If South Korea score with like a second to go, Uruguay are definitely not going through. Ghana, I'd love if Ghana just get a goal, because that would absolutely kill Uruguay. It's so open defensively because Uruguay are chucking so many players forward because they know they need that goal. So South Korea have just beaten Portugal 2-1. I'm not surprised by that. I told you they give Portugal a good game. They think they're through, but they don't know that Uruguay and Ghana are still playing, you know. Here goes Uruguay. Uruguay on the attack. Uruguay got players forward. Keeper's got to get there. Oh, keeping it. What, poor defending there. Got to clear the lines here, Ghana. There they go. 7 minutes to go. 1 minute out of the 8 played. They're not through yet, South Korea. They're not through yet. They're not through yet. They're not through yet. They're not through yet. They're still playing. They're still playing here between Ghana and Uruguay. Oh, oh God. Here we go. It's a chance for Ghana. Here we go. Ghana can hit Uruguay on the break here. It's a decent ball. Bakari. He's got to square it. Ah, oh, blocked. No, offside. That's offside. Yeah, one of the attackers was offside. Bakari playing it in. Sloppy. It was poor in the counter there. Poor in the counter. Get in the box. Oh, here we go. Penalty. No. No, I don't think that was a pen. From where I was looking at it, Cavani went down. I don't think that's a pen. The ref knows it. Ghana just got to get on with the game. Ghana just got to get on with it. Ghana just need to get on with the game. Need to hurry up and get on. Let me see this again. Cavani goes down. Oh, that's not a penalty. Oh, gets up. That ain't a penalty at all for Uruguay. Hell no. No. He came on like what 15 minutes ago. Hasn't done anything, Cavani. That is not a pen. Absolutely no chance in hell that is a pen. Problem is, there's still another 6 minutes to go. Ghana needs to get a goal, just to help South Korea out. It's not a penalty at all. I mean, a 5-year-old could say that's not a penalty. I mean, come on, it's just absolute. Jesus Christ! If Uruguay think they'll get a penalty for that, in your dreams. Why am I shaking so bad? I don't know why. I don't know. Uruguay score would be absolutely seen because Ghana don't know that scoring anytime soon. Oh, here we go. Keeper. He's got that. Well, he had it comfortably. He's going towards him anyway. God, as it stands, Uruguay going out. Oh man, this is crazy. This World Cup. I mean, you got Belgium, Germany, and Uruguay potentially going out. Well, Belgium and Germany are already out, but Uruguay potentially are looking like they're going out unless they score. There's probably basically 4 or 5 minutes left, depending on if there's any more time wasting or injuries, etc. Oh, it's blocked. What a block that was. Thomas Partey. Penalty to Ghana, surely. Penalty, no, nothing given. It looked like it was a bit of contact there. Ghana ain't got no one back, you know. They've only got 2 against. It's that 3 against 3 here, you know. Oh, what a save from Ziggy. Ziggy there. He's keeping Ghana. He's keeping Korea. He's keeping South Korea in this World Cup. Ghana retaining possession. Ooh, it's going off. It's a Ghana throw in. Valverde there. It's Gomez there with a shot, I think. Yeah, number 18 Gomez. Oh, what chance for Uruguay. Madness. Absolute madness. Absolute madness. We're truly seeing something remarkable. Uruguay look like they're going to be heading half the group stage of a World Cup for the first time in donkey's years. South Korea currently going through. This is crazy, man. This is absolutely crazy. Still 2-0 Uruguay. My thing cut out. They changed the flipping channel over, man. Why would you change the channel over? Imagine it's just, imagine, oh, man, I can't. Imagine if you're Uruguayan and you're living over here and you're watching Uruguay trying to, oh, God, giving it away there. Yeah, so, well, there's 3 minutes to go. Uruguay look like they're going to score, you know. Uruguay are in. It's Cavani. Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it. How has he missed that? Squared there, and oh, it's an absolute sitter. And that's a goal kick. It's not a corner. Good pass from Cavani. I don't know why I didn't shoot. 2 minutes to go. It's like 2 minutes left. Ghana are done. They're out. But Uruguay look like they're heading out, you know. I won't even lie. This is unbelievable. This is absolutely crazy, this World Cup. I swear to God. This Ghana are wasting time and making a couple subs. Why would you make subs now? They're just going to add more time on them. I mean, they don't even care, Ghana, to be honest. Listen, I'm not going to lie. I mean, Ghana are going out. It's a shame. They haven't been good enough. But I really want Uruguay to go out. I've just, the way they play, it's boring. It's just slow. You know, it's not entertaining. And it's just like the same old style they've been playing for the last 12 to, 15 years in major tournaments. Do you know what I mean? It gets boring after a while. They're teams that are just boring in this World Cup. It's them and Poland, if anything. Do you know what I mean? Listen, any more questions I'll answer after the game because it is tense. There's literally probably about a minute and a half potentially left. Oh, God, I got too many players forward, you know. Keeper's coming for that. Siggy's going to get there. Yes, he is. Just about. Oh, he did get there comfortably. Actually, maybe just about comfortably got there. Probably another 30 seconds left because Ghana made a few substitutions to slow the clock down. Bizarre time. Absolutely bizarre. Here we go. Quarter to no goal kick to Uruguay. Look like a corner to Ghana. Actually, maybe it was a goal kick. I don't know. Who cares? Uruguay only got to get on with the game. They've got basically probably another 10. Oh, 10 seconds. Free kick. Someone's gone down. Like he's been shot. Gomez was fouled. It's a free kick to Uruguay. What a stupid free. Is your South Korea watching that? Ayew there, the number 26 for Ghana. What a stupid foul to give away. Absolute stupid foul from Aladou Ayew. Absolute stupid free kick to give away. Oh my word. It's crazy, man. Free kick late on here for Uruguay. Free kick at the last minute, not even the last minute. They basically played over a minute. Kind of don't surprise me because of the time wasted from Ghana making that substitution despite them already being out of the tournament and 2-0 down. What a dumbass free kick to give away. De La Cruz comfortably saved from Siggy. That's it. That has got to be it. He hasn't blown his whistle yet. That has to be it. Ziggy gonna take this kick. Ghana are out. They're out basically at half time. That's it. Full time. Ghana 0, Uruguay 2, but Uruguay are out because South Korea came from behind to beat Portugal 2-1. So this World Cup, you got Belgium, Germany, Uruguay. The Uruguayans are at the referee. Someone's going to get sent off or something now. They're going for the referee and the officials. They're fuming, the Uruguayans. They're fuming. Wow, scenes here. They're done, Uruguay. They're done. They're out. Goodbye. They deserve it. They haven't been good enough this tournament. Facts. They only turned it on in the second half and got desperate late on. Ghana held in there, but they're out as well. They weren't good enough today, Ghana. That penalty miss, man. No more CPFC, no more Padders players in the World Cup. Denmark went out the other day. Anderson's coming back home. Ghana have gone out of the World Cup, so Ayew's coming back quicker than he probably anticipated. You never know. But as it stands, Portugal topped the group on Portugal topped the group on 6 points because they lost. South Korea are coming in second. They just found out they're through. Brilliant scenes. Coming in second on 4 points because they scored more goals than Uruguay did in the World Cup. Absolute madness. Japan through, Australia through, Morocco, South Korea, teams you would have thought would have gone out. The US going through in that as well. I mean, it gets better and better. Poland and Argentina that are through, Brazil are through in that as well. This World Cup is brilliant. It actually is compared to the last one. Senegal through in that as well. Obviously, the Netherlands, I think, France as well. And Wan Hee-chan, got the goal late on to win it for South Korea to send them through to the knockout stages of the World Cup. Unlucky for Ghana, but they weren't good enough. I'll say that. They just didn't show up. They had chances in the second half, some in the first, but Uruguay had more quality. But Uruguay, I mean, overall in the tournament, they've not been good enough. And yeah, they deserve to go out, in my opinion. And the way the Uruguayan players, the way the Uruguayan players attacked, they not only say attacked, but got right in the officials' faces and absolutely lost it with them, was unacceptable and disgusting behavior. Luis Suarez crying there, he can't believe it. It's his last World Cup. It's his last ever game of the World Cup. You could say the same for Cavani in that as well. Yeah, they haven't been good enough. Old age catching up on them. The Uruguayan manager, I don't know, he's just not happy. I don't know, who's he talking to? The official? No idea. No idea. He's chatting to someone who's in charge. Darwin Nunez standing there in despair. Can't believe it. So, Uruguay out of the World Cup. Cavani, listen, iconic legend Suarez, Cavani, their last World Cup. We're never going to see them again. Suarez knows it. He's fuming. They needed one more goal, Uruguay. If they would have won it 3-0, they would have gone through. They would have gone through on goal difference. But they've only got themselves to blame. They've had a few penalty appeals. The first one, I mean, that's 50-50, the one when Nunez is fouled. They had one when Cavani got fouled. It wasn't a penalty. They had a free kick late on in that as well. Obviously, obviously the free kick was given, but yeah, I mean, it was poor free kick. Ziggy kept South Korea in the World Cup. Credit to Ziggy. He was he redeemed himself. After that poor first half of the goals he conceded and the manner he conceded them 2 goals against Uruguay. But yes, my people, what a day, what an afternoon we've had. We still got. I'm not going to be doing any watch-alongs later in that for the Cameroon Brazil game. I mean, Cameroon are basically done. I don't think they're going to beat Brazil with the quality they got. Brazil through. I still think Brazil are going to use that as a warm-up game and completely play Cameroon off the park. Switzerland and Serbia, one of them teams are going to be heading into the World Cup round of 16 potentially. We'll have to wait and see. It will depend on how Cameroon do against Brazil, but I think Brazil man to man will absolutely just hammer Cameroon in that. But yeah, it's been an absolutely eventful World Cup. These last 3 group games have been intense and absolutely some of the most remarkable games of football ever in the world. In that, man, do you know what I mean? I mean, this match, that penalty was for Ghana. They would have scored that penalty, they would have gone through. Ghana didn't need to lose, but they lost. But Uruguay, they won, but all they needed was one more goal to win it 3-0. And they bottled it. They didn't score, didn't take their chances. Should they've had a penalty? In my opinion, I'm going to say this. I don't think it was a penalty, the Nunez incident. Overall, it does look 50-50, but I don't think it was a penalty. It's not clear and obvious. There you go. I love the way Ghana was sticking together. Uruguay just absolutely upset and just lost and just fuming. Maybe they do have a right to be fuming. I get that, but they've not been good enough over the tournament. And, they just haven't done as well. I'm looking at the career goal here. What a pass from Son. What a finish from Chan. It's poor defending from Portugal. They're already through anyway. I mean, what a win for South Korea, though. Credit to them for qualifying. been an unbelievable World Cup, and I hope it gets better in the knockout stages. I hope the unexpected happens. Obviously, I hope England. I hope England beat Senegal. We should beat Senegal, but if we lost to Senegal, yeah, that's Southgate out the door. And yeah, but anyway, we're not going to talk about that. We'll save that till the weekend. We'll talk more about that when we focus on that game. But it's all about South Korea. It's all about South Korea today. Ghana and Uruguay letting themselves down. A few Portugal fans crying. I mean, they're already through in top of the group. I mean, I wouldn't give a damn. I'd be disappointed with the defeat, but yeah, I mean, they got what they deserve. Anyways, my people, make sure to like, share, subscribe, follow me on all my socials. Link in the description for my socials down below. You know what I'm saying? I might not do any watch alongs tomorrow. If I do, I'll let you know in that. Yeah, I mean, I've heard the Central Sea song. I don't really give a damn about it, to be fair. Yeah, you're funny. Yeah, I mean, some people think they're funny, don't they, these days? Yeah, jokes. But yeah, full time Ghana 0, Uruguay 2. Both teams go out though. South Korea, the heroes of the day. Portugal only with themselves to blame. Just letting it slip. But yeah, you know, that's the World Cup. You don't take your chances. You lack quality in the final third, you go out. It's as simple as that. So I'll see you on my next video, my next stream. Do not go changing in a bit, but people hope you enjoyed that one. It was brilliant. Cannot wait for the next one. See you then.